Have you ever really thought about where your water bottle comes from? Or the dashboard in your car? What about the shirt you're wearing right now? So many things we use every single day actually started their life deep underground as oil and gas. Well, today, we're going to unpack that incredible journey. Let's dive in.
All right, so here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we'll tackle the big idea. What even is a value chain? Then, we'll split the whole process in two, upstream and downstream. After that, we'll follow the four main stages of transformation, check out the massive economic ripple effects, and finally, take a look at who's actually managing this whole thing. It's a clear path through a pretty complex world.
So, first things first, what on earth are we talking about when we say value chain? It's a really cool concept that honestly applies to just about everything you buy, from your morning coffee to your phone. At its heart, a value chain is just the entire trip something takes, from being a raw material to becoming a finished product in your hands. The really important idea here is that it's a system. It's a web of different companies and people all connected, all working to get that product to you. And the oil and gas value chain? Well, it's one of the biggest, most complicated ones on the entire planet. No exaggeration.
Okay, so this system is huge, right? To make any sense of it, the industry splits it into two basic halves, upstream and downstream. A simple way to think about it is getting it out of the ground versus turning it into stuff we use.
And you can see the split right here. Over on the left, upstream is all about the hunt, finding the oil and gas deposits and then producing it, getting it to the surface. And on the right, downstream is literally everything that happens after that, moving it, refining it into useful things, and then getting it to the market.
All right, now that we've got that big picture in our heads, let's get into the really cool part. We're going to follow the physical journey of this stuff as it goes through four main stages of transformation. Think of this as the four main chapters of the story. It starts with exploration and production, then it moves to refining, then it's made into petrochemicals, and it all ends with the final transformation into the products we know. Let's see how each step literally feeds the next one.
And this chart just lays it out perfectly. You can literally see the flow. The stuff that comes out of exploration, like crude oil, becomes the raw material for refining. Then a key output from refining, a product called naphtha, becomes the feedstock for petrochemicals. And finally, the polymers from the petrochemical stage become the building blocks for the final transformation. It's a perfect domino effect.
So stage one. This is where it all begins, deep in the earth. We're talking about physically pulling crude oil out of the ground, along with other really important raw ingredients like natural gas liquids, ethane, and propane. This is the starting line for everything. Then we get to stage two, refining. You can think of a refinery as this massive, incredibly high-tech distillery. It takes that raw crude oil and carefully separates it into the fuels we all know, like gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. But notice naphtha on that list. That one is absolutely essential for what's about to happen next.
Exactly. This is the big question, isn't it? This whole story is about so much more than just fuel. The value chain doesn't stop at the gas pump. That naphtha and other products are the secret entrance to the world of plastics and all kinds of modern materials that are, well, everywhere.
Welcome to the world of petrochemicals. This is where things get really scientific. This stage takes ingredients like naphtha and cracks them into basic chemical building blocks, things like ethene and propylene. Then, those little blocks are linked together in long chains to create polymers. And you'll recognize these names. PET is what makes your water bottles, and polypropylene is in everything from car bumpers to furniture. These are literally the Lego bricks of the modern world. And here, in stage four, is where the magic happens. This is where those polymers are melted, molded, and transformed into the real things that fill our lives. We're talking about the plastic film that keeps your food fresh, all kinds of parts in your car, the insulation on wires, your TV casing, and even the synthetic fibers in your workout clothes. From a well in the ground to the wheel on your car, the journey is now complete. Okay, so let's pull the camera back for a minute. This value chain isn't just about making its own products. It's so big that it acts as the foundation for a huge chunk of the entire economy.
Yeah, this isn't just about oil companies. I mean, think about it. To build just one offshore platform, you need massive support from steelmakers for the structure, the transportation and naval industry to get it out there, cutting-edge electronics and IT to run it, and construction crews to assemble it. It's this huge economic web where one project creates a ripple effect of demand across so many other industries.
Now, you might be thinking, a system this gigantic and this important can't just be a free-for-all, right? And you'd be absolutely correct. It's a highly structured system managed by some key players to make sure everything runs smoothly and safely.
And a system this vital, it just doesn't run itself. If we use Brazil as an example, you can see there's a whole framework of oversight. You've got national agencies setting the big rules for getting the oil out of the ground and refining it. Then you have industry unions and associations that manage how fuel gets distributed and sold at your local gas station. The big takeaway here is that from the moment that oil leaves the ground to the moment you fill up your tank, pretty much every single step is structured and regulated.
So let's end with a final thought here. Just take a quick look around you right now, wherever you are. Your computer, your pen, maybe the chair you're sitting in. After everything we've just walked through, it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? How many things in our modern lives didn't start their journey as a simple hydrocarbon formed millions and millions of years ago deep beneath the surface of the Earth? It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.